Hello and welcome to this demo of the Visual Layout Suite or VLSuite module. This module leverages Layout Builder and other contrib modules with some custom magic to really improve the content edition experience with Drupal. The idea of this demo is to replicate the current Drupal.org homepage to show how easy it is to create rich content using VLSuite. This homepage features different components that could need styling to create each one, implying different Drupal theme techniques. With VLSuite, you can get very close to this without a line of code. As you can see, I'm using a fresh Drupal 10 site with VLSuite and its dependencies, but nothing more apart from modules like admin toolbar. No content has been created yet. Now let's talk about the theme. One of the central ideas of the VLSuite is the use of utility classes. Utility classes are small, reusable, single-purpose classes that apply specific styling to elements. So, for example, you can apply classes to elements to provide different properties, a specific margin or padding, layout behavior, sizes, etc. They are commonly used in frameworks like Bootstrap or Tailwind CSS to streamline and speed up development process. Using VLSuite, it's very easy to apply an utility class, as you will see in short. One thing to mention is VLSuite uses one level of indirection for class names. This means VLSuite doesn't store the actual utility classes but identifiers. This makes possible to switch themes or allow to change the actual class that implements an utility, only telling VLSuite which class should be used instead. Because of this, VLSuite requires a theme that implements utility classes. By default, it relies on Bootstrap utility classes, so you can use VLSuite out of the box if you are using a Bootstrap-based theme. However, you could use any other as long as you declare the utility classes of your theme. For the purpose of this demo, I'm using a Radix-based custom theme. Radix is a great base theme for your projects that uses Bootstrap. I have already created some medias that I'm going to use, and I have enabled VLSuite shuttle submodule. These submodules enable all the required modules needed for the site builders to start creating landing pages from scratch without needing technical knowledge. So, okay, let's start. The VLSuite shuttle module creates a content type called landing that you can use out of the box. Of course, you can use any other content type or entity with VLSuite as long as it supports Layout Builder. Now I have here one content of this content type, landing. As you can see, it's currently empty, and the layout it's also empty. Let's check what we have to copy. So we have a hero component with a background, a logo, and text and two CTAs. Okay, let's go. For this, we're going to add a new section, Layout Builder section, and we are going to use the one column because the content we want to copy has only one column. We are going to use a good administration label, hero component. And we are going to select the media for the background. This one is the good one. Insert and add section. Okay, now we have the section with the background ready to be used. So the next step is to create the elements that are the content that is going to be inside this section. The first thing is the image, the logo. We are going to use a new block, image block. We are going to select the proper media. For this, I have to go to the second page and select this one with the Drupal 10 logo. Add the block, and we have the block here. Let's add the text now. I'm going to copy it and add a new block. In this case, it's going to be a text block. So I paste the text and add it. Okay, now I have the logo and the text. This is, as you can see, there are differences. Like, for example, the content is not centered and the text is has a different color. For this, we are start to use the utility classes. If we go here, we can see the different utility classes that we can apply to this to the regions of this section. As you can see, when I move the mouse over the different options, I can see the effect that it's going to be applied to the different elements. In this case, for example, I want to use the white color to change the color of the text. And also I'm going to use the text align to move the components, the different components, to the center. So now it's more similar to what we want to copy. One of the differences is the width of the text. So for this, we can go here and look for a different utility class. In this case, the column width. Now it's on 100%, and I think it's better the 60. Okay. So as you can see, we have created the first part of the component just using our utility classes. Let's do the CTAs. We have 2 CTAs. Good. For this, we are going to use the bottom region, and we're going to use or to add 2 CTI blocks. The first one, let's copy the link. Okay, first link, and learn more about Drupal 10. Okay, learn more about Drupal 10. Good. Here is our first CTA. Let's add the second one. Another CTA. Copy the link, paste it, and type the text involved. Get involved. Good. Okay, we have our 2 CTAs, but as you can see, the look and feel is very different. Again, we are going to use the utility classes to modify the look and feel. In this case, we are going to check the utility classes related to the button. Here we have different appearance for the button. The one that we want is this one, outline light. First this one, and then the second button. Let's use the same utility class. As you can see, there is a slight difference because these buttons are slightly rounded, while the original one are squared. This is because we are using the default utility classes available, but we could easily add a new utility class or modify the current ones to add a new value for the utility class that makes the button square. But because here in this demo I want to use only what is provided, we are we are going to leave the buttons as with the look and feel, the current look and feel. Now we want to put them inline, so let's go here and select the inline. The inline here. The inline. We're going to use this one, inline, and of course we need to align them to the center. Sorry, this is for the text, but we want to align the items. So align items horizontal. Let's put 2 in the center. And here we have a button to preview the current look and feel without the user interface. This is the final look and feel. It's like what you see is what you get. As you can see, the buttons are too close to the text. So let's add, for example, a vertical spacing here. Vertical spacing, and for example, number 4. I think it's okay, and yeah, I think it's better. Yes. So let's see what we can do next. Let's disable the preview, and I forgot the distance between the 2 buttons it's too small. I mean too big compared to the one that we want to copy. So let's change using the getter. For example, yeah, this one. Okay, now it's better. Let's see what's next. Next is the Drupal 7 end of life banner. Let's copy this text that we are going to use, and let's go here. We are going to add a new section, 1 column again. We don't want the optional region, so let's disable this, and let's use a good administrative label, Drupal 7 end of life. Okay, let's add a section and start adding blocks. First, the text block with the text we have just copied, and the CTA. So we need the link. Let's paste it, type the text, learn more. Good. And let's use our utility classes to match the original page. So, for example, the background color, we need to use the ones provided by the theme by default. The closest one, I think, is this one. So let's use it. Let's place the elements in line. Let's use white text color. Good. Let's change the look and feel of the button. In this case, we're going to use this one. And let's center the items. Align vertical, no horizontal, this one. And let's see the preview. We need more vertical space, so let's apply it. Vertical space. Here we have this one, for example. And we need to extend the region to edge. For this, we have to configure the section and click here, edge to edge. And yet now it's very close. Let's see the next component. So we have the crane banner. Let's disable the preview and add a new section. For this, we're going to use again one column with optional top and bottom. We don't want the optional regions, and let's use a good label. Crane banner. Good. And add a new block with text here, and add a new CTA. For this, let's copy the destination link here and place the text. You can help. Okay. Now let's change the button look and feel. Let's go for something like this. As I said before, we are trying to copy the original page, but obviously because we are using the default values from the theme and the VLSuite, we can't exactly do the same. So let's try something that it's accurate enough. Now let's change the blocks. Let's place them in line here automatically. Let's center them. Let's center horizontal center, align it in horizontal. Here it is. Okay, and probably we need some vertical spacing to separate it from the previous block. Let's use the spacer 4, and yes, it's good enough. Next, what we have here is 3 CTAs. Okay, for this we are going to use another section, but in this case we are going to use a 3 columns one. We are going to use a good label, in this case Drupal 4 CTAs. We are going to use 1/3 for each column. And okay, this is good for the section. Now let's start with one of the columns. First, we are going to use an image. For this, we are going to use the Drupal for Devs. And now we have to add a text block. Let's see the text. Oops, I can't copy, so let's use it. Let's use the SIG editor. Drupal for developers, and download Drupal and build the open web. Download Drupal and build the open web. Open web. Oops. Okay. We have one. Let's go for the second one. Again, the same approach, an image. We now is marketers, and the a text block. Here we have Drupal for marketers. Drupal for marketers. And in a world full of templates, be original. In a world full of templates, be original. Okay. And the third one, let's use first the image. It's Drupal for agencies, so agencies here. Good. And now the text. What is Drupal for agencies? Drupal for agencies. What? Okay. And achieve your client's ambition. Achieve your client's ambition. Okay. Now let's prepare the blocks. Let's, for example, in the section, let's use the center text. Let's center the text. Sorry, this is done in the main region, text align, center. Now let's edit each text. Something that it's interesting is that we have a preview. So for example, if I change something here, for example, build the open web, I think it was in bold, you can see that it's updated in the content. It's build the open web. Okay. And this is going to be H3 or H2. It's an H2. So this is an H2. Let's change H2, and it has a link. So let's use this link here. And okay, good. Now we have our CTA. Good. Let's go for the second and the third. It's the same approach. We go here, we select this and change to H2. Let's copy the link, copy link, and use here a link. Okay, and be original, I think it's bold, so okay. And now the third one, configure. Let's change this to H2, copy the link and paste it, and at the end, client's ambition. Okay. Now we have the three CTAs. The background is white, so it has more or less the same look and feel, but there are some differences. Let's check. For example, here I don't know why I didn't apply the link, so let's put it in place. Copy link and paste the link. Okay, and then use some new lines here. Here is one. Okay, then the second one here, and another here. Good. And sorry, here I used a different new line. Okay, this is the good one with shift. And the last one, configure. Let's add a new line and another new line here. And for the final touch, let's modify the spacing. For example, yeah, a little bit more close one to the other. So here is, let's see, and maybe some vertical space. Let's see. Oops, I changed the page now. Let's see. Yes, more vertical space. For example, let's see. No, first we're going to hide the optional regions, and then let's add some vertical space, vertical spacing. Again, let's use 4. The one, no, a little bit bigger. In this case, let's see, 5. Yes, I like it more. Let's see the next component. Here we have a more elaborated banner. So, okay, let's disable the preview and add a new section. We're going to use 2 columns. Section, let's use a good administrative label, DrupalCon Portland banner. Banner. And we are going to use 2575 because we want the first column to be much smaller, and remove the optional regions. Okay, so now I have to add an image, but I didn't upload this image yet. So let's see how you can do it. We can go here to media, then add new media, select the image from VLSuite, and then just upload the image you want to use, this one, and add a good name and alternative text. Okay, let's save, and now we have our media ready. Let's go back here and add a new image, select the media we have just uploaded, and okay, here we have this part, and on the right let's add a text. Let's copy from here. Okay, here is the text, and now let's add the CTA. Let's copy the link and paste it here and add the text. Okay, so we have the components, and now we have to start styling it. So let's remove the preview and go here. First, we need to set the background. This is done here in the section configuration. So we go here and select the background. Okay. Now let's we need a light background. So let's go here, configure the main regions, and select the background color. Let's go for the white one. Now, as you can see, the elements are separated, and that's not something we want. So let's go for the gutter, and no, it's not the gutter. Maybe it's here, I think. Gutter or space here. No gutter. Good. And now we need this space between the previous block and the next one, so we can see the the background. For this we need some space, for example, yeah, but we want it outside. So let's go to all regions and add some space. I think this is one, and also inside the main region, let's add some space to have more separation from the border. I think that space 3 could be a good choice. Let's see, a little bit more. So let's go for the space 4. Let's see, oops, here, a space, what is the space, a space, here, spacing 4. Change the button as well. I think this is a good one. And something that you can see here is that the background is gray here, and here is white. This is something we can't do with the default options, so let's do something else. For example, let's go in all regions. Maybe we have something not here, maybe in the main region. Let's see what we can have. Merging border. This border, we can select that border, and now, well, it's not the same, but we have this separation that it make it nicer. So I think we can do it that way. Let's see the next component. What we have here is 4-column component with different icons with text, like, well, it's like CTAs. So what we're going to do is to disable the preview and add a new section. In this case, we're going to use the 4 columns one, and let's add a label by industry. Okay, and okay, good. Now let's add here a text with the by industry label, by industry. Okay, and I think this is H2, right? Yes, it's an H2. So let's select H2 here, and now let's change. Let's align it to the center and change a little bit the color. For example, yeah, a little bit lighter. Okay, and now I have to add all those elements. The thing is that there are 2 approaches here. One is to use, let's say do it manually using just the CTAs and text. So manually we add each of the elements. Another option is to select or to use a view. Because the VLSuite can integrate with views, so it's something that you can do as well. But in this case, because I don't have the view prepared, I'm going to do it manually. Let's leave the view approach for another video or later. So for this, I'm going to add first the image. So let's add the first image. It will be this one, and then let's add the text. I can copy. Okay, so let's do retail in bold, and then let's see what we have here. This here should be the text. Here it is. Let's copy it. Good, and paste it here. No bold. So okay, and now we need to check here that to set the alignment. So go to the center. Okay, and we need some spacing. Let's go for the spacing here. Maybe a spacing. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong section. Here, let's go this section. For example, spacing, let's go for 5.1. Okay, I think we have the beginning of this component. Now we have to add a lot of components. As you can see, we have one, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 2, 12. And there is another component with a lot of CTAs. Using the same approach, and because this is going to be very boring, I'm going to do it in fast mode. So see you later. Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I have uploaded all the CTAs with their text and links. Here we have the by industry section, and here the by feature section. So if you see how it's done, what I have done is just add a new section for each 4 elements, and they have the same configuration. One thing to note is that you can create sections that can go in the library and then use the library, so you don't have to apply the same configuration, let's say. But this is something beyond the scope of this video, so I'm not explaining it. And now let's go further and finish the job. And what we have here is a banner and a carousel. So let's add a new section, 1 column. Let's hide the optional regions. This is see Drupal in real world banner. We want to go edge to edge. So let's add the section, and now let's add the text. Let's copy it. We copy the text, paste it, and here it is. Let's change the alignment. Let's put it in the center, and now, as you can see, the background is a little bit darker. So let's change the configuration of the field. So we use the background color. Let's use the light one. Okay, and now if we go to the preview, we need more space. Okay, to get more space with the gray background, let's go to the field again and let's search for the vertical spacing, horizontal, vertical spacing. Let's use number 5, and now let's add a space to separate this from the previous section. So for this, let's go to the main regions and look for a space, vertical space. Let's use 4 in this case. And now we can see we need more space, a different one. Let's check again. Let's go for vertical spacing. Space 4, space 5, space 5, for example. Yeah. So yeah, much better. And now the next one is the carousel. The good news is VLSuite provides a carousel, so let's use it. For this, let's add a new section, 1 column with optional regions. Let's remove the optional regions. Let's use a good label, carousel. And now the thing is that I have to add 5 elements. I'm going to add the first one, and the others I'm going to do in fast mode. So we are going to use a card element. This element provides, has several parts. One is the text. It allows to display a media and several other options. We are going to use just the text and the media. And because this component doesn't place a text over the image, we're going to place this text under the image using a link. So for this, I'm going to copy the text, and here this is going to be a link. I'm going to copy it, the destination, and place it here. Okay, and select the media for this card. It's going to be this one. And now the VLSuite provides different view modes. In this case, we are going to use the customizable because it allows to customize the different properties of each element of the card. So this is the one we want, and this is the card without any configuration. I'm going to do the same for the other 4, sorry. Okay, so now we have the 5 elements that are going to be in our carousel. As before, it should be done better with a view, but it is something I'm not going to use in this video. But remember that the VLSuite can use views as well. So now we need to convert this to a carousel. For this, let's go to the section, and the sections in VLSuite provides an option to convert into a carousel. So let's select how many of them, 3 slides per view in the screens that are the big screens, and the small screens we just use 1, and the other thing we can leave by default. Let's add navigation. So let's update, and now as you can see, now this is a carousel that works perfectly, even in preview mode. Now let's fix a little bit the look and feel. For example, let's use the align to center. and let's add some space. For example, space 3, maybe 4. Yeah, 4 on all elements. As said before, you can create an element from the library and add it to a library, and then you don't have to apply this configuration on one of, of all the elements that you want to use with the same configuration. Let me add, the space 4, and the last one, space, oops, here, oops, space 4. Okay, so we have our carousel working, and it's kind of similar to the one we want to copy. Not exactly the same, but I think it's very similar. So let's see the next elements. As you can see, the next elements are more or less the same. We have 3 CTAs, we have 1 banner, more banners. So in this case, I'm going to use the same approach, but I'm going to do in fast mode. So this video is not so long, because it's long enough, I think. So let's start in fast mode. Okay, so I think I'm done. The last elements I didn't add because they are part of the footer of the web, but at the end, if you want to add it, you can use the VLSuite with the previous approaches that we have used, so no problem for that. And well, we can see this. We go to the view of the page, and as you can see, it's pretty similar in the layout to the page we wanted to copy. Obviously, there are some differences, like the color, for example, or some things like the buttons that are not square, or that animations that are not here, because we are using here just regular PNGs. But those issues can be fixed using regular or standard Drupal theme techniques. But I only wanted to display the power of the VLSuite using the default values provided by the VLSuite. Also, there are some other things that can be optimized. For example, here we have used just blocks add by hand, but ideally this would be a view, because VLSuite integrates with views, also with paragraphs. For example, you can use the different paragraphs or fields of any content. And here, the good thing is that you can, for example, this content can be a content type, and you can enable the VLSuite on that content type and create the teaser using the VLSuite. So at the end, the landing is going to be handled by the VLSuite, but also each element of this view can be handled by the VLSuite. And of course, this is going to work with different screen size. As you can see, we can change the size of the screen, and the elements can adapt to the new size. And this is the carousel that, as you can see, it's working as you may expect. So I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video and you like VLSuite. And that's all. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video. Bye!